Hi, I'm Alex James from Resrodel, and today I'm going to talk about balancing your organisation's outcomes by predicting, by predicting waste, shortfall and excess. Because organisations should be able to have health, well-being and profit. So imagine you manage an organisation of 50, 500 or 5,000 people. Not managing your workforce is going to result in low utilisation that erodes margins or poor quality product delivered late by stressed people. And if you've experienced this, you're not alone, because 7% of managers believe that their workforces are not optimised. So it's no surprise that 1 in 4 workers are often burnt out and 80% feel stressed. Stress over long hours is harmful. It causes high blood pressure, poor sleep, depression and death. And it's no wonder that Dr. Pfeffer believes that some workforce practices are more harmful than secondhand smoking. Stress also results in absenteeism and low productivity. In fact, 10 to 15% of the world's GDP is believed to have been lost due to poor well-being and health, which is a shame because the contribution of wealth, health and well-being to profit isn't well understood. Oh, this is not rolling out. So it's not well understood. So what is going on? I believe that there is a gap in the discussion. There's a growing groundswell of well-being and health conversation and actions and initiatives, and PAFOW is a part of that. Shoring up people's resilience to stress and strain is vitally important. But what I feel is missing from the conversation is the greatest stress, which is workload. And people respond to additional stress by working longer hours at a higher intensity, and they're reducing their recovery time. And interestingly, there's a lot of discussion and understanding of the impact of longer hours, but not so much about working at a faster pace. And I call this combination intensity. If organisations want better people outcomes, they need to get a hold of workload and the resulting intensity. But this isn't easy because people outcomes are one of 3 outcomes that organisations are continually trying to balance. The definition of success also includes organisations being able to deliver their product or their services and being able to achieve their financial outcomes. So if this is the definition of success, imagine if we were able to predict these outcomes. The problem is that conventional workforce analysis calculates just the gap between supply and demand. But wouldn't you want to know, will our workforces succeed? What can improve? What is the big picture? What's at stake? And what should we actually change? To solve this, I've discovered a theorem that manages people's effort and predicts outcomes and provides recommendations for optimisation. And I'd like to share with you the 5 powers of advanced effort management. Firstly, effort management will predict ability, efficiency, and intensity. And this is brought about by the combination of gathering demand effort profiles for demand, capacity, and allocation. And we use this to provide demand and capacity. When we compare demand and capacity and allocation, we get a projection of ability, efficiency, and intensity. And I call this the effort management theorem. Its second power is that it predicts 5 types of opportunities. It predicts shortfall, excess, waste, over-allocation, and incorporates stretch, which is the additional work people are prepared to provide to an organisation to help its organisation achieve its outcomes. We can then provide this into a single profile where we can see what each outcome is going to be able to achieve. We can then see the opportunities. There's 20% excess in one period. There's waste and there's shortfall. We can then combine these profiles and compare them. And in any one period, we can get a sense of where the balance is lying. So in this one period here, for example, we can see that there's ultimately too much work, there's a high potential utilisation, and there's high workload. And then we can take action. When we have these opportunities, we can then apply them to different parts of the business, and we can compare them, and we can understand which parts of the business have shortages and which have excess, which are under-allocated and which are over-allocated. And this starts us on our journey to optimisation. It's a shame when your animations don't come through, isn't it? Its other power is its ability to aggregate opportunities and outcomes up through an organisation, because each manager is responsible for their own workforce and they're trying to find balance. To the point where we can then present a summary of the entire organisation to an executive board, and now they can understand their workforce as well as they understand their money. When they can see opportunities at the top line, they can delve down into the organisation to find the other opportunities. Oh, that is such a shame. There's layers and layers below. Its fourth power is it's able to take these opportunities, each of which have a mitigation that either reduces cost or increases revenue, which ultimately drives up the organisation's margin. And we can monetize these opportunity values and predict the cost impact that could be saved if these inefficiencies and opportunities are engaged. AEM's final powerful power is that it can recommend opportunities. And one of the most obvious ones is the ability to transfer people between different parts of the organisation before you move to the next step of recruiting or doing something else a little more drastic. So in summary, organisations can have well-being, health and profit. Those who deny this, I believe, just aren't trying hard enough. Hopefully, advanced effort management can help this conversation. All an organisation needs is to collate its demand, capacity and allocation, whether it's already put this together as many systems have, or it's pulling it together from its dark data. With this, organisations can then predict their workforce opportunities so that they can then balance the organisation's outcomes. Thank you very much.